Welcome back to the MANvFAT Wales YouTube channel. My voice changes. Do you hear it? I try and always make sure that my voice doesn't change, but doing that line, just can't say it normally.
Yeah, it's because it's like a script, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and I feel like I've got to say it to say it every time. My voice always goes to like I'm presenting the news or something. But I am joined by Jordan, he of the Neverthins.
Yeah.
What do you think of that name?
Well, my choice. Got voted against what I wanted, but there we are.
What was your choice?
I'll be honest with you. I think it was like one of those standard like orange is the new black, like the same as the it's like there's one every season, like. But I don't like the Neverthins.
No, and I get what they're trying to go for, and I like we've had a few teams go for the Dutch theme, and
Yeah.
I like, and the kit's very nice.
Yeah, I like the kit.
But it's a shame. The name is a shame to me.
Morland's fault, he's a captain. So.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my first question. Is Morland a good captain?
No, mate. Paul is 100% a way better captain than him.
Does he carry the bulk of it? Does he?
Morland don't turn up. He's had the same appearances as Sato, as you know.
Is that right?
One every 4 years. You know. So, yeah.
Is Sato on the team as well?
Yeah, his first appearance was last week, and now he's predicted to be back around 2027
2027.
at some point. He's too busy on tour somewhere.
Oh, bless him. He does play in the Serie B, I think. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, something like that.
I think he plays abroad for sure.
Yeah, he is a funny guy, though. Lovely bloke.
He is a lovely bloke. I've had some questions. No, this normally doesn't happen, but people have given me questions to ask you.
Lovely.
Right? One's from Grant, which I can't repeat, but you were there for that one, so maybe you can answer that one off camera. And the second one was from Stan, and he no context, and he simply said, "How could you? How could you, Jordan?"
Could I what?
I don't know. That's literally all he said. I was hoping it didn't flop, but clearly
No,
it's flopped.
not a clue. Not a clue.
Maybe pick that one up.
Oh no, I know that's right.
Or does he know? Do you want to answer?
No.
So, what was it that brought you along to us in the first place? It's a few seasons now, right? You've been here for a good while.
This is my 4th season.
Fantastic.
I think.
So just over a year, just over a calendar year.
Yeah.
What brought you along in the beginning?
Basically, 4 years ago, well, not 4 years ago, about 4 years ago, I moved to Cardiff for a year. I ended up having a baby with my ex-partner.
Mm-hmm.
And when we moved back to Newport, I've always loved football, loved playing, loved the competitive side, love all of that. So I thought, I'm going to get back into this, seen it on Facebook, I think it was, and I just thought I'd have a go. So joined up, didn't know anyone down here. Obviously I knew Scan and Champo from when I was little, because Wendell is very high.
Right.
But I didn't know anyone here, and then, yeah, I just joined for the simple fact that I just love football. And now I'm playing 5 times a week from joining this, really. Not obviously all MANvFAT, but I've met people who play on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I'll play football anytime I possibly can, which is, you know, really good for me. So yeah, it's out with the weight loss and stuff like that. I've had about a couple of weeks, but I have hit my 10%.
Great, really
So
good.
that's something that was a positive, but yeah, since I've been here, probably the best thing about it is I've made like loads of new friends, and most of them now are my closest friends. Like you know, I'm really good mates with Eddie, Jerk, and Lloyd, Swifty. Like there's loads of them now I hang around with outside of football.
And you didn't know any of those people before
No,
coming here?
yeah, no.
Oh, fantastic.
So yeah, that's probably the best thing about it for me. Really was making friendship groups.
Sure.
So yeah.
So you come along, now you're playing football 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Does that happen with Jordan before MANvFAT? So like what I'm trying to get at, has the weight loss allows you to do that, or is it the networking that's allowed you to do that, or is it a bit of both?
It's more the networking, really. I didn't have the confidence, I'd say, to go and join like a proper team, because I was at my heaviest. I was big at like 21 stone, maybe 22 stone or something like that, and I'm down to about 18.
Okay.
So I've lost a bit, not as much as I want to lose, but you know, gradually I'll get it. But yeah, I haven't played since I was probably 18, 19, something like that.
How old are you? Like? Can't be much older than that.
At 25.
25.
I have, yeah. I got a baby face, I know. That's why I try and grow a beard.
Try and grow a beard.
Yeah, it don't happen. But yeah, just purely just because I wanted to get back into football and see where I was, sort of what level I was, and then only last weekend now I've decided I'm going to play for Central, the Sunday League team. So
Cool. So
then
that's your
Cardiff.
first taste of 11-a-side football outside of...
Yeah, well, I did try Corries, but I felt like it was a bit... I didn't feel like I was at that level yet.
Okay.
You know, you go training and all that, and it was like you're training with the first and stuff like that. It's a bit too much for me. You know, at 18 stone when you got people who's like 8 stone.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up with them. Like,
Sure.
I've got a fitness, but yeah. So Sunday League team, have a go on that, and then hopefully lose a bit more. Then maybe go back to the Corries. That's probably what I'm aiming for.
Okay, so it's a vehicle to get to that level.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm fit enough. I haven't got like that edge just to nip a ball off someone at the minute. But I think if I lose another 2 stone, I should be alright. Very
good. So that's the goal. That's the main goal, to try and get back up to that.
Yeah, I want to do 11-a-side football. And I want to, you know, I'm only young. I'm 25, so
Still do it.
Yeah, another 5 or 7 years playing. You know, it'd be a good thing. Like
you have to put up with Spencer there, coming back to Corries.
Yeah, I try to ignore it.
Is that worth it?
No, probably not.
Is there anything else, speaking about more sort of MANvFAT centric goals, maybe some weight loss goals? You said 2 stone. Is that where you're headed? Is that the main goal?
Yeah, I'm not really fussed about being skinny. You just lose a bit of the belly, 2 stone. I'd probably be happy at that. I know, aim for BMI and all that, but I just want to feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's a really healthy target. Like,
Yeah.
I look at some of the boys' BMIs, particularly like the shorter boys, and you think, you get down to that, it's going to be a real slog.
Yeah, trying to keep it off then as well. Then it's like you don't really get to enjoy anything.
That's a whole new skill, right? Like, you think the boys that we play with here, we've never, not for years, have we probably never ever have had to worry about staying the same weight.
Yeah.
Because you've always had to think about how you're going to get some off.
Yeah, but there's a few boys down here who's done really well, like Carl Khan and stuff like that, to maintain that,
I'd love to know what the percentage of BMI bosses versus the rest of the country is, rest of the nationwide setup. Because I bet it's more. When we keep those people as well, and I think that's what speaks in sort of real volumes.
Yeah, I still think the best thing about MANvFAT is the community side of it. Is you can make friends, and it doesn't matter what type of person you are. There's someone down here that's similar to you, or that's got the same interests as you, so it don't really matter, and that's what I love about it.
Just straight away into like a group of like-minded people.
Yeah.
Which is difficult. I haven't found an organisation that can match that.
Yeah.
Like, particularly for the men at the age categories that we welcome. I just don't think it exists.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I joined the Cardiff one as well, so I'm doing a dual league, so that's good. And I joined that just because I fancied I like meeting new people and all that, same as when I joined here, just like getting involved. And there's a really good bunch of boys in Cardiff as well. My team loses every week, mine, so that's difficult for me. But
you're on that team.
I'm on the team, and I'm really competitive, so I do get a bit angry, but it's alright.
What does that do for? Does that have an impact on your weight loss? How having to weigh in twice a week? Does it change the goal or change the plan at all?
Well, since I joined down MANvFAT Cardiff, I've been going through the process of buying a house.
Right.
And the stress of that, it just makes me want to eat all the time. So I've had like the chain fall through 3 or 4 times and stuff like that, where you're basically back at square one. So I just can't stop stress eating at the moment. So since I joined Cardiff, I haven't actually lost, which ain't great, but it's because I got loads going on. Not that that's an excuse really, but I just can't stop eating at the minute. But maybe get back on it next week now, because I just don't want to let the boys down. Like everyone else, even though we lose every week, the other boys down there lose weight on my team. I'm the only one that don't. But
right, okay.
I do score all our goals, though, Bill.
I did see that in the week. It's like 6, isn't it, for the season?
12, I'm on now.
12, 6?
I'm 6th in the league.
6th in the league.
And I scored 12, and I don't score them both, but...
What's the reason?
I think because it's 5-a-side down there,
yeah.
pretty much score from anywhere.
I only score my goals in 5s.
It's so much easier.
Just put your toes from wherever you are.
But it's just different type of football down there. I would say Newport League's a lot more competitive. So is a lot more footballers.
Bigger
than
pitch
football.
as well, right? Like you've got
Yeah.
more space and sometimes even less space to play that football in.
Yeah. So you know, it's difficult losing every week, but sometimes we win on the combined, so that means anything. But when we're losing, it's easy to like give the boys some extra encouragement and stuff like that. Because I'm vice captain of my team, but the captain sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not.
Right. Okay.
So I was with the team and all.
Bit of a Moreland.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's a good bunch of boys. I'll say that.
We've done lots of things. I'm just thinking about 11-a-side games we've played together and tournaments we've been on. What's a favourite moment for you, or a really good moment that you've had since joining the programme?
I'll be honest, playing 11-a-side against MANvFAT, I scored a wicked goal. And then
I don't think I've seen that. Was it cool?
no, so it wasn't cut, but
it was a myth now.
Edge of the box. It was like outside the foot, and it went like top corner. And I could never hit it out again if I tried, but I did. And then I scored another one, but because Dirk was doing the team on a sideline, it was a couple of minutes ago. I was going to score an hat trick because we were. I think it was MANvFAT. It might have been Bridgend, but we was beating them by like 12, and I was going to score another one.
It was going to happen.
So he brought me off because he didn't want me to score a hat trick because he knows he would never hear the end of it. No, I get it. I'm that type of person that no one wants to give anything.
Oh, fair enough then. I mean, if you get it, then it's difficult for me to defend.
I'm that person to deal with. I'm mad at it because I like to wind everyone up. So
Thank you, Joe,
likes
for saving us from that. Thanks for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Can we talk? Last question I always ask everybody. I talk about my fictional man. This is the 108th time this question's been answered. He's thinking about losing weight. He wants to try something. Nothing's worked so far. He's discovered MANvFAT, but he's not sure. What would you say to that man?
Probably, if you've tried everything, you also have to try it. Try something new, try something different. Even if this didn't work for you, you could try something else. There's always something else you can do, whether it's running, cycling. This is a football aspect of to lose weight, but there's always other options. You know, this is really good if you're interested in a bit of a kickabout and getting to know a few people and stuff like that, and they'd encourage you to lose weight. But so it depends on what your goals are, I would say. So I say MANvFAT's really good if you're interested and you want to lose weight, because obviously you're away every Friday and you can see goals, so it helps you keep on top of it. You don't want to lay your team down and stuff like that. But it's not the last option, I would say.
Thanks, man. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yes.